happy pretty much Halloween. Yay. We were out of internet for like a week, so I'm slowly catching up to all the things that I left off on. And I forgot my computer. One moment. Guess who's back in the beep house with a big beep and another beep mouth. Might have to grab a charger too. Let me find Yoruba. Yoruba. Sounds pretty good. Boy, I wanna teach you. Okay. If anybody catches this video, got my hat from Ethereally Wicked. I think they still sell them. Really good quality. I really enjoy wearing it. It's all covered in cat hair right now. Oh, I still have this on. Just taking a picture for my mommy. My dad's an Aries. Explains a lot, right? I mean, to some people I feel like it would. I'm trying to fix this eye. I'm making some bird skulls with polymer clay. It's just like, it's that time of year. For some people it's Christmas, and I think it's quite obvious what my favorite holiday is. And in case it's not, it's Halloween. And as soon as you feel that like that first breeze of fall, it's Halloween. Take this off for now. No hats inside. Just kidding. Do whatever you want. As long as you don't hurt anybody, do whatever you want. Say whatever you want. Do whatever you want. Eat whatever you want. But, you know, the only thing is we can't really die whenever we want. I mean, unless you decide to, but I don't know, man. I don't think it's worth it. I've had, you know, some pesticidal, something that rhymes with pesticidal, well, it actually doesn't rhyme at all, but thoughts, but I don't know, I don't know. I like to think I'm too selfish for that, but I'm not at all, and I just, I don't know, there's too many unanswered questions. Nobody knows anything, so close to nothing, and so who's to say, you know, where you get stuck or something, I don't know. I tend to read a lot of different views, world views, era views. So everybody thinks different, and everybody has different thoughts and opinions on, you know, the après vivre. I don't know if that's how you say afterlife in French, but it sounds nice. I think après is after, and life is vie après vie. I wish I could speak French. I wanted to bring some incense because I have a really nice blend. And sorry. And I make all my incense blends myself. And I believe this scoop here was part of a castanet set. It came with 2 of them on a necklace I found at a dollar store. It's bone, or horn rather. Sorry, I have really shaky hands. And I put some glass chili peppers for luck on it. And what this stuff is self-burning incense. And I made this out of necessity, really, because I ran out of coals, and the only coals I did have, I left in, like, I have this little copper cauldron that I keep tea light candles. I used to keep coals in it. I don't know why I didn't think of the gas that, like, makes them burn evaporating, but they didn't, so they're kind of useless. But I do add them to black chalks, as well as, what is it? Sometimes I'll use them in incense cones. And all my incense cones and stuff, like when you order those, it comes with a complete ingredients list for two reasons. A, so you know what's in it exactly, and B, if you ever wanted to make it yourself. And I always advise people to try and make things themselves. If you see a necklace or something on my website you really can't afford, A, I'm open to trades, but B, I'm also open to teaching. I consider myself more of a teacher than, I don't know, I can make anything, but I can't make money for some reason, and you can see why. It's all free. But I use this as kind of like a, my Aunt Nancy gave me these ice picker-uppers, ice tongs. Always keep your, what is it called? Always keep your horseshoes upright, not upside down, or else I spilled some of my luck, or all your luck will spill out. Different traditions have different, like, what's it called? What is it called? Orientations of how they like to, you know, keep their horseshoes. And I just found this in my stuff. I found this a long time ago. Hello, Mr. Corn Lips. Greetings to my channel. We were out of internet for a week, and Xfinickey. I have such a huge, massive bone to pick with them. Our neighbors was out too, and they were supposed to come for her yesterday, and they never showed up. So, like, when the guy showed up here, I was like, can you guys please go over there? Like, and they did, but it seems like she's still out. It got so bad that I was able to come up with a cute little nickname for them. I am, I have like grandpa humor, not even dad humor. But I no longer call them Xfinity, I call them Xfinickey. I just tweeted on it like 2 seconds ago. I have a life. I don't have a life. I don't get out much. I'm pretty good. Trying to catch up. Without internet, this room is a little too quiet, and oh, I don't even have a light on. I couldn't get on live, or I couldn't watch any music, but I went on my friend's drive, and now I have the soundtracks for Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1, 2, and 3, which I only ever had 2 when I was a kid, and so that was a blast from the past. And I got so excited because I thought I found the full Boston self-titled album. I was like, that's all I need. And it wasn't. It was like a recording in Boston of something unrelated. It's hard for me to keep focused and keep busy without music. And that's like what affects me the most when the internet drops out. And just obviously not being able to do anything for Subtropical. We have an app in development for my site. It's the same as the channel title, Subtropical Botanica, just .com. And I specialize in all kinds of stuff. Yeah! No, that was one of the games that I realized, well, girls can be a skateboarder. I actually broke my teeth out when I was in 6th grade, I think. I had braces at the time and everything. And bashed my teeth out, and still didn't quit skating for a while after that, but then eventually did. And I got quite good at it, because I've always been like lanky, and I always had good balance. Not so much anymore. I still have a bunch in here, so I'm just gonna burn this. This is self-burning incense. I make it myself. I used to use that, like, just loose leaf incense you'd put on like a hookah coal, but I always ran out of coals and they're really expensive, so I was like, and then I saw self-burning incense was a thing, and I make incense cones, but I like the loose leaf. I like just putting a spoonful in a quaint dish. And all you do for this, if you want to make self-burning incense, And you don't need any, you could just use one herb, or just use rosemary or something that you can forage that's safe to burn and smells good as a plus. Rose petals. You just add sawdust. So the sawdust I use, I just take a Dremel, and sometimes when I'm feeling like I want to get some exercise in, I'll use a handsaw to just make sawdust out of pine logs. So they're clean, untreated pine logs. They smell like Christmas time, and it's free. And you can make as much sawdust as you possibly can. I don't know any carpenters or anything anymore, and I've lived quite far from like any warehouse districts. But if I didn't, I would just go to a warehouse and find a wood shop place and ask for any clean shavings they might have. Clean just meaning untreated. Yeah, to be honest, I did the same thing over and over again. I was mostly decent at going through like the city, like, and I liked street skating. Some people like vert, and some people like, I don't know, I like the kind of DIY aspect of street skating. You have to work with your surroundings, much like my crafts have to work with what I have. And I don't know, I like the variety, because no streets are the same, and therefore, I mean, you can do the same trick over and over again, and it's just as fulfilling as like either learning a new trick or like doing something else, because it's always different. And street, hell yeah. I still to this day will look at the playlists and soundtrack, well, playlists on skate what is it called, skate videos, like I think one of my two favorite soundtracks of skate videos are skate. Enjoy has one called Bag of Suck, and that playlist soundtrack is amazing. And same thing with and it got really bad reviews, but Lakai's Fully Flared, it's got a lot of dope people in it, but the playlist is so sick. I still listen to every single song. Just like, I don't know, something about the choices that to people skate to, it's always like really good choices. And you know, the hipster aspect, I guess, like brings you some really like obscure things that, you know, everybody talks a lot of shit about the hipsters, but I'm like, damn, they find some good music though. Because they dig deep to be like the first. And if you do like any form of like obscure or outsider music, I like I still frequent it to this day. Friends showed it to me years ago. It's called yeah, no, I couldn't, my body wouldn't let me like drop into anything. I liked propelling myself, and yeah, that's too forced. I think I wish one day I'll try it again, maybe, but I don't know. It's like some people can't scream when they're scared. Like, my body won't move. It's like stage fright. It's that same feeling. I tried to break my stage fright by auditioning for a play, because I'm not the type of person that like would go near a stage, but I did it. And Lake Worth Playhouse, this is like 15 years ago. I had to, well no, it was probably like 9 years ago. I had to sing a song, which I had no idea. And there was literally the guy in the piano that plays the tunes for you to sing to. I can't sing. And he told me an Elvis song to sing, because I couldn't pick one. I don't think anybody would have been able to play Pinback. And oh yeah, it was god awful. I felt how bad it was too. Like this is, I wish I was filming. And I dressed like in this big 1950s dress, gloves. I was the only one dressed like, because it was a 1950s themed play. Everybody else is in black shirts and leggings. Not me. I had to go all out. And ooh, no regrets though. Oh, I didn't know there was a Portland in Maine. It was fun though. It really was. I was trying to do like bucket list things. I was trying to get my pilot's license in the same year. I think I finally found. I'm right over there. I got a few hours in my pilot logbook, but I never went back. It got really expensive. And then I had a study buddy that I met at my friend's birthday. I slipped on the dance floor, and this Turkish man kneed me in the face. I had a fat lip like I've never seen in my life. And, but it turns out that he went to the same, pilot or private pilot like class, and so we started to become study buddies, and I never got further than I did. It really does help to have somebody to study with. I don't know if anybody tries to learn other languages. I try and inevitably fail, but it doesn't keep me from trying. I know it's tandem not only for language people. Oh, I'm just sitting here fiddling with something with a fishing hook on it. Yeah, no, actually you can. If you go to like a private airfield, but you just look for any flight schools, because generally they'll have this like service where you could pay, it's like $50 to $90 depending on if you want an airplane with an air conditioning. You don't need a top wing always, because you can see everything. And they take you for a half hour, and if you pay extra, you'll get it in your logbook. Like, it's very easy. It's like strangely easy, and I think you could be like 15 or something to get it. And but it's just a fun thing to do. Like, if I've never been skydiving, but I feel like it's a perfect thing for people who aren't into that idea. And a half hour is such a long time when you're just flying around, so you end up getting bored after like 15 minutes tops, like 10-15 minutes. But it's really fun to do, and a lot of airports do it. I've been in a few places in Florida. If you're in a state that has a lot of pockets of water, I would try to not do it in that area, because the airplanes are like the size of a van, so they go up and down, up and down. Like in Florida, there's a lot of swamps, so when you fly over the swamp, it's insane. It's really fun though. It's definitely, it's like a roller coaster, and you get to see your area. And they do it with helicopters too. So, yeah. I like helicopters because you get a little oh, I just got water. Just got water everywhere. Helicopters, you get more time to see stuff because they could hover. I don't know why. I feel like at least planes can glide and helicopters can't. But going in it is just fine. It's just like trying to learn a helicopter, I feel like it's 20 times more terrifying. I think the funniest part is I don't have a driver's license. But I have a few hours in my pilot log. What is that called? Not your goals, but forgot. They're scrambled. Goals? My goals are scrambled. I don't think I've ever heard that one. I don't know. I haven't been in here in so long though, so I don't really know what to work on. I found a cool bone the other day. Did I lose? Oh, it's in the room. Yeah, I found this bone, and it looks just like a little, like, demon face or something. Like a cartoon, like, bearded goat face or something. Hello, Mr. Sasquatch! Happy early Halloween! I celebrate these things early, and I celebrate them long, because, you know, some people it's Christmas. I like Halloween and Valentine's Day. I really like the color red, so when everything's red. I like Christmas too, but I don't like Christmas music. I don't know. That's why sometimes I say there's an imp inside me, because some things, like the super cheerful things, like, I feel like my skin crawl. My mom thinks there's an imp in me too. I used to like going to church with her because it's my childhood church. I know all the people there, And I used to be in the principal's office all the time. I was gauging my ears in middle school. Christina was actually, Radix Ferrum, shout out, was gauging my ears. And I came to school one day with nails in my ears. And they're like, you can't wear those. And I'm like, but they're posts. They're not dangly earrings, because that's the only rule. And they made me take them out, but the lunch lady was really cool, so she cut straws so I could put them in my ears. And, but that's just one little example. So anytime I'm at that school, the principal is like, oh my god, Jamie, my pride and joy. There's no way. Like, I went through a brief juggalette phase in like 4th grade, and my whole backpack was covered with little dudes running with hatchets, and whoop whoop. And not making fun, they're some of the nicest people you will ever meet in your life. Is the hatchet community. Still to this day, nicest people I've ever met. And I find it very hard to judge. I go through a lot of phases, and it's not really like going through phases. It's more so I discover new things, and then I just engulf my existence in it until I discover something else. Like how I discovered this in the dirt. It's a SpongeBob spoon, and I think it's perfect for incense. I just have to give it a wash. Whoa, nice. There is nothing more satisfying than a good biscuit. Now I have to ask, do you put honey on your biscuits? Butter? Honey and butter? Or do you just raw dog your biscuits? Because that's... Yeah, I think that's the most normal... I don't know. I think it's very natural to do that, because you discover something new, and then you... like live with it and then live with it, or live with it and then live it and then move on from it, and then you're just, I don't know, you're new and not new improved, but like, uh-oh, I might have to cut this stream early. The reason why we were out of internet for a week is there was a really bad lightning storm. The last short I posted... The lightning's bad. I know. And I don't want to lose internet again. The last short that I uploaded, I think is the exact last one. I'm shamelessly hiding in the closet because out where we live, there's no lightning towers. And so where I grew up, I could go outside in a storm and I never saw really lightning close or anything like that. And right on the coast. But out here with no towers, right in the yard, you see the end of the lightning bolt. Like, it's intense. And that's one thing I don't do is lightning. And so I was in the closet with Blue the whole time. And lightning did hit the pole in the yard that was for electricity and internet. The electricity fried. It fried the connectors. So anytime if you touched the microwave, the lights would turn off, water turned off, just everything would turn off, and it was terrifying. And the things would start clicking like a poltergeist or something. And they fixed it. Xfinickey left us for 5 days and then never showed up the first time, and just kept telling us over and over again, but 80 times a day for 5 days, to unplug the modem and plug it back in. I feel like it should be a law that they cannot tell you to do that, because it's an obvious thing you would do. And of course you can't like talk to a person unless like you jump through all these hoops, and it really sucks because the repairmen are always the nicest people in the world. Like, I always have this like all this like anger pent up, and I'm just waiting for Xfinickey to show up, and I'm just like, hello ma'am, and I can't say anything. I couldn't even call it Xfinickey in front of them. I felt so bad. And then they were supposed to come for my neighbor yesterday. Rest in peace to her husband. He passed in their front yard. They couldn't even call 911. This week, I couldn't call 911 for an ambulance for my mom because of Xfinickey. And, you know, it's the only internet option. Like, can't get satellite, and everything else isn't out here yet. So, we are forced into, yeah, biscuits and gravy. Why did I forget the gravy? Yeah, that is the way to go. I think the biggest thing that's bothering me these days is people's unwillingness to change opinions with new information. It's insane. Like, last stream I was kind of talking a little shit about one of my friends who just sends me all these news articles, and I'll respond to him giving my take, and won't say anything. He'll just send me another news article. And then last time I said, oh, I've been calling that for years, and it wasn't even anything bad. It was a lot of Americans are moving to Mexico. I'm in a lot of expat groups because I myself am obsessed with the Mexican culture, the land, everything about it. It's just a gorgeous place. And the art, there's nothing more, like, intuitive. Like, you know, there's certain art you connect with, and there's certain art you don't. I, like, hyper connect to that shit. That shit's gorgeous. And, yeah. Where's my thing? I just made something inspired by, and, my dad, and I used to be in Mexico every other day, so I grew up with a lot of really cool stories. My grandma was really obsessed with spicy food, so they would keep this huge mason jar and just ferment the hottest peppers they could find, and she would go all the time, and they'd pull it out for her, they knew her by name, and she would cross her legs, drink her warm beer, and just eat this stuff. That's probably why she lived, like, as long as she did, because she was a major alcoholic and a chain smoker. And, spicy food, man, it's medicine. I am very anxious about this lately. I'm gonna just run up front and look outside to see if it looks like a storm. Look at that short, I'm not kidding. because got a battery backup, and that's what the internet is plugged into, so that is nice. I still have a bunch of these. Yeah, it's hard to disappear. It was just, the lightning came, the storm where I'm hiding in the closet in the last short, the lightning came before the rain, so, like, we were both in the hallway at first, because we just couldn't believe what was happening. It looked like Tesla Nikola, not Elon Musk. Tesla was right up out there, and putting on a show. It was in the yard. It was all around the house. Like, every single, it felt like an attack. It didn't even feel like a storm. And then, of course, it started pouring, but never seen lightning like that. And I've had a few close calls out here. The lightning struck in the neighbor's yard, and it was so weird, like, up close and personal. And I was barefoot and soaking wet ground. My body felt like it was vibrating for 2 weeks. I still didn't turn on the light. I'm so used to living in the dark. That week was rough. Incredibly rough. And, yeah, I don't want to deal with that again. That was horrible. And it's not so much the lack of internet, it's the lack of... We were able to make calls because, well, it was quite handy technologically, and we had a cell phone receiver or something. It worked. I was able to call my panicking mother. I said, I'm sorry, Mama. I don't mean to trouble you. I don't mean to make you cry, but tonight I really want spaghetti. Let's check this out. I found my grandpa's old lock. This is the lock I used on my U-Haul. And I was able to wear a key necklace unironically. It's really nice. Nice movement. Hello, Anne. Howdy do. Found my grandpa's old lock, and look how smooth that is. I've used this on a few things, even the chain outside, and chastity belt. I have always wanted to make one though, because they come across a lot of sheet metal, like these things. This is a solid sheet of copper. It's from the back of like a microwave or something. And this is the second one I've been gifted. People know I love copper, and anytime they dig through their garage, they find one. This one makes so many necklaces and all kinds of stuff. Or a chastity belt. I think it would be a really cool thing. We just need a hammer. Not to, like, I don't know. I just, looks like a fun thing to make. Anyway. Maybe I'll do some wood burning, because everything's plugged in, I think. I did this. You can't see the eye so much anymore, but this is the first thing I wood burned. I got your alchemical, aka chemistry symbols. I like it. And then I found this dice. This piece of bamboo was from this farm that didn't last very long. Just wow. But Will found this random piece of bamboo, and he used it to pick sap out of the fire so I could use it to make incense. And I found this dice, so I made it, and this is my favorite poking device when I burn stuff. I have this. I highly recommend it. It's not at the dollar store near me, actually, because it's half dollar store, half Botanica. I love Florida. And this is $30, and it's solid iron, and it makes a way safer incense burner. And I keep a really large one outside for contained fires. found some pictures of me with blue hair today. I guess, can't believe it was 10 years ago. I'll post it in the Discord. 10 years ago, almost exactly, I had blue hair. Uh-oh. Yeah, I still really haven't figured out Discord, but I post random things in it. Where is this? I called it Comic Book Blue. I really, oh, thank you, Sal! Glad to know my shop is back up. Because I think the server was down earlier. It's back up. Wait. Is it still down? I made a group also for Subtropical Botanica on Facebook, and I think, do I have it in the description? I don't. I could share it here. I figured until I guess I get more people interacting on here, I feel like Facebook group is the easiest place to do giveaways. And so I'm going to be targeting that. And it's the same name as the channel, just in Facebook groups. I know not everybody has a Facebook anymore, but it's just so easy to, you know, collect humans and slap them together. Because I made it open for anybody to promote their businesses, and it's just I'm so sick of trying to promote in other Facebook groups, because Facebook is a great networking tool and a great tool for small businesses, but you can't promote in any business, and like even, or any group, and even in craft groups where you're just like supposed to be able to show off your creations, they don't what is it called, approve my post because I own a shop. And it's like, well, okay, I also make things, that's why I own a shop, and not everything is for sale. And I'll even put in the description, like, of the post, like, item not for sale, just showing it off. I don't even say, like, you know, I can make you one if you want, because they would take issue with that for sure. So there's the Facebook group, and I'll share the Discord in here too, because I'm sure that's going to be a good spot, because I could do giveaways from both of those. God, I didn't eat before stream again, damn it. I wonder if maybe we could hear my stomach rumbling. Sounds like thunder. I'm gonna go take a bite out of Wolf's pie. Hell yeah. Worth every penny. Oh, that's a wee bit better. I got too excited to stream because I have a bad habit of not filming the stuff I'm doing. So like yesterday, I planted a bunch of pepper trees, another tomato plant, some mimosa, the kinds you touch and the leaves close. Didn't film a single picture of it. Took pictures. Pepper trees already have little peppers on it. My friend gave me some chili peppers, 3, and I turned 2 into earrings by coating them in resin since they were already dry. And then I sprouted the other one, and every single seed, it seems, took off. And I still have a whole nother tray of plants to plant. And, yeah, they're about this big, very frail, because they were in a seed pot, like a pod tray, for too long. And so they're really lanky and frail from trying to search endlessly for the sun, but they're going to fatten up now that they're in a pot. And the reason why I like to film it is because I do my pots a little different than I see others. I've seen other people do it, and what I use, we open a lot of coconuts just using a machete, and I just do little by little until I reach the hard part and then crack that open. But since I do little by little, I have all these perfect chunks of coconut. I put those on the bottom of the pot. They don't mold and they'll hold a ton of moisture. I had over 45 plants in pots, tiny little, I guess 3-gallon pots or something, and nothing ever dried out because of the coconuts. It only dried out when the neighbors cut down all their pine trees, and I had no idea how dependent I was on their pine trees. And so I was at my parents' house for like a week, and within that week every single one of my plants died. The mulberries survived, but they were all dried out, and I had to, you know, resurrect them. Yeah. And it was just such a major hit to my nursery because I just had a little like Facebook Marketplace nursery where I was trying to grow us abundance, but also make a ton of cuttings and propagate everything we were growing. For more plants, but also to make some bucks off of it to get more variety plants. And every dime I make, I put directly back into everything, because that is why I opened a Botanica, because just like the term witchcraft, it's an umbrella term. So I can put anything, like how to run an electrical circuit. I found this Geiger counter kit that I really want to make. It gives you all the pieces and you just solder it together. And like I find magic in just about everything. Like in my favorite book, where is it? It's like one of my many Bibles. Man and His Symbols. It's one of those things that you keep it next to you at all times. Well, he goes into, what's it called? Free association, and everything is free association, like for instance, having kind of a mindless conversation, you're paying attention and you get hit by a sudden memory or realization that you wouldn't have come to unless that, like everything in the background has to be, and you can do it like watching TV, looking at a crystal ball. For instance, I use tarot cards a lot for a creative block, for anything, because every card is inundated with symbolism. Symbolism is just a global language, and everything is reduced to symbols, and it's just yeah. So is like, if you're into symbolism or symbology, they're great flashcards for that. Great writing prompts, great drawing or doodle prompts, sketch prompts. But also, like, you're essentially having a conversation with yourself without looking crazy. Looking satanic to some, I guess. Inanimate cards, okay. But, yeah. I wouldn't say like I'm a religious person per se. I'm just very curious and in love with mythology, history, and just like what humans think and make to begin with. and plants, of course. So the Botanica kind of forces all of my interests together because I'm going to be making and growing things regardless if I have a shop, but this allows me to extend that out into the world, which I think everybody should have something that links them to, I guess, society, and you just try to make it as you as possible, and then you'll never work a day in your life. Hey, I don't have a 9 to 5, but I have a 24/7. I don't leave this room. I'm here 24/7. But unless there's anyone in it, because then it's too quiet. I got some new resin too, so I have to make, I make these leaves, and I can't find mine for the life of me. I make them out of real leaves, resin, just, you know, leaf coated in resin, and, they sell like hotcakes, so I have to make a bunch more because I'm sold out, which is wild, and like a deep, deep, brutal honor, like to be sold out. I don't know, I can't think of many things that I've specifically sold out of besides those, and they have took like about 3 years of experimenting and to get the leaf shape and color, because I don't want flat leaves. They didn't want, when you lay them out to dry, they curl too much. So I even tried to make this little jig type thing where it left a little room so the leaf could like curl just a little bit, but still I couldn't get the exactly what I wanted. Couldn't get the the outcome that I wanted. And where is this necklace? A lot of things do fall, like this. My first pieces of artwork. I kept it all these years. I'm guessing it's a face. It's so subjective. Ow! Feel my hands pulsing. Once I was sitting out enjoying the ocean view, and at our friend's house a long time ago, big metal chair I was sitting in, and I thought of something, and I got up and I hit both of my funny bones at the same time. It was wild. Oh, in case I forgot to recommend Quan oil again. This stuff is amazing. It helps everything from muscle aches, cramps, broken ACs. It's a heavily mentholated oil, which I never was really into mentholated stuff. But working with certain materials, I ended up like getting some little bit of congestion here and there. Just like not congestion, but like when I fall asleep, like my nose will be clogged because I was making sawdust. And so this stuff really helps with that. And like I said, broken ACs, my AC broke in the dead of summer, and like a long time ago, and I just doused myself in this. I was freezing with the broken AC in the dead of summer. I believe they call that a hack. Look at this little Mr. Dude. I made him with one piece of copper wire. Well, it's actually oh, I lied a lot. Well, it was one piece, and then I turned it into 4 pieces, so I probably bent 2 pieces in half, and then you hit it with a torch, and then the end balls up, connecting all the wires, and then I just used the excess wire, and from here I could use this to form clay on to make a real little dude, but I'm so in love with him as is that I want to keep him like that, and he chills with me while I work on things. Maybe it'll drop. Can you tell I don't have a plan? But I did start a few things. Oh, I got a new logo. That's one thing. But I was also drawing is my favorite one I started. It's a woman. She's shackled, but see the exit, and it's a triptych exit, and she's drinking the hourglass stand to prepare for the exit. This. I was drawing this beautifully thick dough. I'm not sure if I want dough anymore because I kind of want to give her rams, and what female animal has rams? I think some female caribou have rams. I think so. And yeah, she's so pretty. Okay, now I'm gonna start before I try, because I got this ink and I feel like to play with it. This is just alcohol, and it just helps clean off the nibs so it doesn't dry with ink. You hear the gun shooting out there? I never do that. The ink splats. What is everybody looking up at? What is everybody looking up at? Answer me this. Yes. Tout le monde. I'm just kidding. I can't speak anything. I can't even speak English. Just kidding. I'm a poet and I already know it. Oh, that's hot. Just kidding. using all this wrong, but you know, not everything has to be proper. rid of this girl. Like, she's bothering the hell out of me. I have to get rid of this, like, lady type thing. Oh, who am I to say it's a lady? Oh, wait, hold on. Oops. I'm gonna try to find a doodle I did to. Wait. I'm gonna just glue it into my book because I don't feel like dealing. Oh. I'm gonna shamelessly glue a white square on top of it. Ow! Ow! Set this down. Alright, that's gonna be it. Ha! Just gonna use some good old Elmer's for this. And a good old finger. Oops, I shouldn't do this on the book. Oops, and that's why I just got glue up on it. But it's okay. I've never done this before. I've never gone. It would usually just rip out the page, but I'm trying not to do that anymore because that's not a good, like, method to keep on being a problem solver. Shameless. Let me wash my hands. I really just did that. I swear I'm not lazy. I just did not like that. I don't know what I was going for. Ow! Oh my god, I just kicked the chair full force. Let me just close this so it doesn't spill. I have a cat that jumps on things. Alright, I'm gonna wash the glue off my hands. I don't know what I was going for that, but it's okay. Everything is going to be as such. Oop. And what I do these little things for really is to try to fill up space and learn new ways of doing that. I'm by no means a professional artiste. I just enjoy doing so. And I'm trying to get better with these nibs. I'm not really using them properly. Because I'm going to be hand drawing all of, how the hell are you going to do that? You can't even scribble. But I just got ink all over me. I'm going to hand draw. I have on my site all these pantheons, and they're going to be the Celtic pantheon, the Yoruba pantheon, every pantheon welcome. And I want to hand draw all of the deities, so I don't have to use copyrighted art or anything like that. There's a few like public, or what's it called, fair use pictures on my site, and then there's one or two from sites that I link to, and all credits always given. But I think I got most of the pictures off. Yeah, I'm just gonna draw my own. I don't want to, you know. I try to keep it all original content. Nothing is copied and pasted. And then now I have more people posting to it. And the app on the way for a little social media. It's going very well. The paper is not dry, but that's okay. We'll see what it does. Why not? Never give up an opportunity to experiment with anything besides drugs. notable 8 beasts or 8 animals in any form of mythology. Ow. One moment. I am looking up the symbols for see how nice and clean the nib comes out when you just go right in alcohol. Very nice. So these are going to be the planetary symbols. Beautiful. on a brick. Ow. I regret adding the ink splats now, so I'll just add some more. Logic. Inorganic blink spot. Blink spot. Okay. Well, there's that so far. Don't know what that is, but I like that. Oh no. I'm all alone. My computer's never died before. 15%. Everything is dying. Oops. Wow, I messed up on the description again. Crafts with a space after the hashtag. Well, I kind of want to listen to some music, and I can only do that if I cut the stream because I don't want to get copyrighted. I just everybody's hating on Azalea Banks again, so that makes me like love her. I am God, I'm just a natural born arsehole. As soon as everybody turns away from something like violently, like she practices like a traditional African, Western African religion, and she works with Orishas. That's the Yoruba practice, and people are like saying she's satanic and stuff. I'm like, okay, just say you're like, I don't know, like your mind is like size of P. Just say that. Just be like, my mind is size of P. Enter. Because your mind is the size of P. AP. It's just, and you don't have to like somebody's music or anything. It's just that herd like mentality is very archaic and like very burn the witch feeling, which I think every bit of information and a lot of times artwork is relevant, and I don't know, I just see like it's the whole cancel culture thing, and it's like, are you canceling the person or the creations? Because like our ideas, like, really ours, where the fuck do they come from? Like, seriously, because I could just sit there and I'll be like, I'll want something specific. It doesn't have to be jewelry, or there could be something specific, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna do that now. Pops out of nowhere. I am obsessed with the idea of ideas. I think that's one of the coolest things. Ideas. That's all I wish for is ideas. All I want is ideas. I value the hell out of ideas. I mean, I like all of the guys, like, and gals. Every religion and pantheon has such a similar setup and story, and nobody had Wi-Fi or spoke the same language, so like I am dead ass certain that it's just all the same stuff. They're recording something very similar, and they're only now starting to admit like a great flood took place, and it's all like correlates with all the archaeological dates and sites and stories, and now they're finally admitting to the fact that most of the fairy tales are thousands of years older than they previously wanted to admit. Robert Sapir actually just did a really good video on that. Robert Sapir, Robert, S-E-P. So, is it, I forgot what S. I forgot what S is phonetically. Sigma. Sigma, Echo, Piper, Echo, Hospital. What is H again? It can't be hospital. I forgot. Robert Sapir, S-E-P-E-H-R. He has a lot of really good books I haven't read yet because I still have to acquire them. But, his channel is fantastic. And his other channel is Atlantean Gardens, although I don't know if he posts there anymore. And, yeah, he just did one on fairy tales, to be exact. And, I'm actually going to link that because that's really, really good. When he says Aryan, he doesn't mean the connotation one, the negative connotation one. He means ancient Iranians. That's just what they were called. He's an anthropologist, so I don't see many people get hung up on it because I feel like they have a basic understanding of that. Same thing with the hooked cross not being slowly coming to be common knowledge, but it's goddamn slow. But yeah. I still want to paint more of these. This one you can't see, the other one sucks. I already sold 2 of them. I put a cord on it, and then I put resin on the back with a little scene or symbol or your zodiac, anything you want, on it. Oh. Excuse. My friend Amanda sent me, I always wanted one of these. I see people making jewelry out of these little knuckle bones a lot, but I don't like necessarily buying natural stuff because I don't know how these people are getting it. I don't want a bunch of like coyotes or foxes just being like hunted for their knuckle bones. But she acquired some and gave me one, and I really enjoy it because it's very quaint. I made a little bone out of clay. I made a big one so I could see how structurally sound. If I bend it, of course it's gonna snap, but this is more than perfect for an earring, probably even a hair clip, because I want to make some, I want to make a cave woman costume, well, barbarian costume, I really want to be a barbarian this year. I'll probably end up being, this, but, and I also have a really cool 1970s dress I wear with these. This is just from the dollar store. It's got long, like, see-through, like, waterfall, I believe they're called, sleeves. It looks like something Kate Bush would wear. Oh, that song is haunting me, though. I used to love, like, doing housework to Kate Bush, but I can't listen. And it's not, I just have a natural aversion of repetition, I think. And a lot of times, repetition comes from, like, I try so hard to not sound like one of those girls that are like, I'm not like other girls. I'm telling you, I'm not like other humans, obviously, because I don't have any friends. But I'm a pig. And, but yeah, I don't know. I can't stand it. As soon as I hear that, boo, 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 I run the other direction. It's like hearing Christmas music at this point. A humbug. Oh, this is like a stretchy satin, and it's got some like poofy sleeves, but they look weird. They put like fabric inside of it. Why would you do that? It's so strange. But very comfortable and very stretchy. I have like one of those skinny girl bellies though, and it's very apparent in this dress. I care not. Yeah, no, I've actually had this since the cottage, so I've definitely worn it at the cottage. I've worn this a lot. I found some pictures of me from 10 years ago of blue hair, and my mom thought I dyed my hair. She was like, no, that's not 10 years ago. I guess I am so aloof to time that I look exactly the same. It's weird. But I stopped going in the sun. I decided it's too damaging. Now I work in the shade. I can get very, very, very tan, but I'm going to embrace my barbarian blood and just be a pasty toothpick and be happy with that. Yeah. The heat has been unlike anything I've experienced, and I don't know if it's like from living out or the lack of rain, because we're kind of in a drought, and just a town over it's raining every day, but it doesn't make it. And the heat is just intense. I go out and do the garbage, and I have to change at that point. Yeah, I don't know what this shit is. This dress looks brand new, and I've had it over 10 years, and I'm gross. I don't wash my clothes as much as one usually does. I wear a lot of vintage, and it doesn't hold up. And I also tend not to wear the same outfit like for a long period of time. Like after I get off the stream, I change. And a lot of times mid-stream I'll change 1 or 2 times. I just briefly wear my clothes, unless they're like my mess-up clothes, which pretty much everything, ever since getting pig and moving to an agricultural area, my clothes have seen better days. Anything white is now yellow. Everything vintage is now falling apart. Yeah, it's just, we have so many plants that we have to keep alive, and if we don't do the yard at least like multiple times a week, it'll be, you can't. And the amount of dangerous animals that are out here, like apparently they don't carry that anti-venom to coral snakes anymore in hospitals. And like I finally got myself boots. I usually do everything barefoot and no gloves. I still do. The boots hasn't changed that, but yeah, I found a chip drop, a place, a wood chipping, a tree arborist, and they need places to dump their wood chips, and it's actually getting quite competitive to find ones that need a place to dump. You know, whole piles of wood chips, but they dropped off logs, knowing we have no equipment to move this stuff. I mean, I'm the one that's gonna be like shoveling it around. He's like one of those dudes that just refuse to give females eye contact. So like, I'll ask a question and then he'll like tell Will or like Walter like, but whatever, it's getting free mulch. And yeah, so maybe that's why I did it, like some spiteful shit. He's like, haha, shut up, bitch. Beep, beep, beep. Logs, not logs, trees, like trees, pine trees. They're like this big, like about maybe like 8 feet long, and I feel like they're tons. I can move some pretty heavy stuff when I need to, but yeah, no, there's, my big dream is they're gonna be made into totem poles, so we'll see how that goes. Yeah, and then everybody wonders why you look the same age. I actually started moisturizing my face too, even though I have really oily skin. Every night, not in the morning. I use raw African shea because it's also sunscreen. But at night I use just olive oil. Only olive oil. I used to use Vaseline. Only olive oil. Because Vaseline is like good, but it's nothing. Olive oil has all those fats and like crazy things in it. And I tell you what, I was starting to get lines up here because I mean, I'm going to be 30 in like 2 months. And they literally went away, like instantly. Here, German descent, so everybody gets those lines. Went away. It's nuts. And so does the bags under my eyes. I would have way worse bags because I'm up at all hours of the night. But olive oil, I swear to Christ. And I exfoliate with coffee grinds. I haven't bought in any form of beauty care items in a long time. I'm gonna get more coffee though. I have to drink coffee in a plastic cup now because I break the cups in here really instantly. My first stream, I broke my biggest jar on stream. My only biggest jar. into a conversation which led me to forget I was on stream. Oh, yeah. The neighbor still doesn't have internet, so gotta ask. Ooh, I just closed out of the video. Verizon. Asked her if she could, if she has certain cell phone company, then she could use the extender. And yeah, the bathroom is actually right there, so I'm not actually, I don't know, I was about to share that out loud. Wee. Hello. What is next? What is next? What is next? What is next? Okay, that sounds fun. Ooh, all the ink in the world is on my hands. As idea, I have ink all over me. When drawing scenes, to only add shadows to things that aren't figurative. So, whatever is shown as kind of like a perception. And this is just a doodle. It's got all the planetary symbols in the eyes, including Pluto. This I messed up. I didn't like the characters as far as I just glued a square and it became a cube encasing a flowing eye. How long have I been on for? Let's see. Because I'm getting very, very hungry. And I cannot focus when I'm this hungry. And I'm not feeling anymore this doodle. I was thinking about making the opposite and maybe doing a circle and trying to do the two joining staircases, making the triangle. Yeah. But do that later after I eat. I can't stay here any longer. I have to eat really bad. So thank you all for joining me. Alex, please join my Facebook group if you haven't already. I feel like you have. I'm going to start doing giveaways there because I make a lot of stuff and I like putting it into that big old world of ours. And yeah, and I'll probably be back on tomorrow, and I'm gonna edit together the few videos I took in the last week because I wasn't able to post anything. And yeah, me too. The only reason why I made my own, I have 70 people in my group already, but the only reason why I made, and I'm only now just restarting to use it for my site, it's the only place that I have more than a handful of people that I could tell things at once, and people are allowed to promote in it and then won't get banned. Every other group for people who make handmade items or have any form of services or goods, goods or services, you can't, there's so little, it's such a chore looking through every group's rules to see if you could promote or not. And like I said earlier, if I post a craft, I could specify it's not for sale, and they won't apply or approve my post because I own a shop. And so I'm not really able to share much of anything in groups, yeah, on my page, but I don't even think my friends really give a shit. Like, to be frank, like on my friends list. And I'm trying to reach, you know, people so they could promote on my page and on my site, and get a little community going because I'm planning a street sale. It's going to be pretty much just all different religions. What is happening? What the fuck is happening? Look at this. Alright, well thank you all for joining me. I'm going to clean up this ink because now it's all over my desk. And, some inky alcohol. I have my dad, oh Jesus. I have my dad's birthday card in the process of being made. I don't know what's happening with this jar though. I better go wash this before it ends up on my dress. Vahid? No, I don't know a singer named Vahid. I'm gonna take a screenshot of that so I can know a singer name. Yeah, no, I've been booted from quite a few groups. It drove me nuts. Drove me to make my own. But that's kind of how my own website spawned to begin with. Having a place to post anything and celebrate world history and tradition. What the fuck? It's driving me nuts. Why would you design such a shite bottle, Speedball? Ah! It demands something. What is this? The hell? What the fuck? It feels like almost empty now. And it's still like coming out. Can you just like, why? Oh, I can make a handprint. Okay. Thank you all for joining. I kind of want to take some pictures of this. I'm going to give me some free freaking ink out of this. Come on. says, oh, who's that? Thank you all for joining. Like Green Dude says, Toodles, he does say that, Green Dude of Eat the Weeds here on YouTube, and eattheweeds.com, where he documents medicinal and edible weeds, meaning they grow anywhere and everywhere. Look at those inky doves. Thank you. Aww.